Yo, yo, yo. Yeah, what's good? Hold on before I go live. Hold on here. Let me get it started. They about to black out the fucking Brooklyn with my nigga Mr. C. Cause you know how the fuck I get down. Big dog pitbull status, nigga. Yeah. You're not entering the mode of the notorious Biggie Smalls. Junior Mafia Click represent. This one going out to Brooklyn. Y'all know what time it is. It's going out to all the gangsters, all the pimps and players, hoes and bitches. Y'all know what time it is. So this is what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to grab y'all Dutch masters and y'all white owls and y'all Phillies. Get you a fat sack, pint of Hennessy, and lay back. My man Mr. C, representing all day, every day. And all you other tape niggas and bootleggers, stay in the house. Cause Brooklyn got this shit locked down. So anytime you're ready, Mr. C, we gonna get hardcore on these homos. Like I said before, Junior Mafia Click, hardcore. Representing Biggie Smalls in the house. Check it. Biggie Smalls is the wickedest. Niggas say I'm pussy, I dare you to stick your dick in this. If I was pussy, I'd be filled with syphilis, herpes, gonorrhea, chlamydia, getting rid of ya. Got it black like the penitentiary. Niggas mention me for MC, execution, who you choosing? The whack MC or the black fat MC? Jack MC will start shaking, all is taken. There's some marijuana and I'm making. MCs break fast like blackjacks and bacon. Back spins the windmills, who's still the gin drinker? Ill thinker, exploding wearing the paper, here's the ink. Against the chronicles, turn to page 666. Holocaust, victim merciless. Niggas press their luck in. Nigga, I butt fuck. Straight up the ass, raw dog with the brash, and I don't with the condoms. The condoms is the problem from the AIDS getting sprayed. Diseases, big breezes, MCs across the seas. It's just the way I clutch for prey. Hey, I'm crazy and deranged. Land plane, but getting back to the black. When narcissistic rap. Big took a loss, hyperposturous is that nigga. Recognize. No courage, Biggie Smalls, 94, ready to die. Y'all niggas hold y'all head. Mr. C, set it off, baby pop. Stop. They about to black out the fucking Brooklyn with my nigga Mr. C. Cause you know how the fuck I get down. Big dog pitbull status, nigga. Junior Mafia Click represent. This one going out to Brooklyn. Y'all know what time it is. It's going out to all the gangsters. Fuck it. All the pimps and players. Hoes and bitches. Yo, what's up, man? Fair use. YouTube and all that other good shit, man. We gonna show you some shit. I just saw this shit today. Shout out to China. China is gonna show you what happens when you put your bitch ahead of everybody else in society. It's a bad thing to do. It's a bad choice to make, right? Because apparently they give all the bitches power over there, right? There is actually more men than there are women. So all the niggas is like just going crazy trying to find them a bitch. So you know that their head is already blown, right? And they are getting these niggas, man. Oh my God. They got something called a dowry, right? If I want to marry this broad, I gotta give her something, her family something. Them niggas got it all twisted. I don't know who taught them how to do shit over there in these other countries, bro. Paying? I'm paying you to take care of your little daughter, bitch. Yeah? You gotta be kidding me, man. We have been brainwashed like a motherfucker across the globe. Except for like Somalia, except for the African countries and shit, man. Them African countries, man, they will split them motherfucking chicks' wigs in a heartbeat. But over here, let me show you just a little bit of what these little rugrats over here are talking about. How do I move? Okay, here we go. Right? Rugrat number 1. She said a man should have 7 jobs just to afford them.
Man should always make a way. I feel like I'm not going to work my hands to the...
And first of all, she said that gotta be a man. That ain't no chick. That gotta be a nigga, bro.
To the bones to provide. I'm not going to work 16 or 20 hours a day or a week to provide for my family.
Yeah, that's a nigga. I gotta get ignorant. Y'all got a tranny up there talking shit. Crazy. Just post that. Yeah. And I don't even know, like.
The man, you have the penis. Go get a job. Get 3 jobs. My man has 2 jobs. Go get 7 jobs and 2 side hustles to buy me the things that I want. Because,
like, where does this shit come from? Who told bitches that they deserve that shit, bro? That's what I'm like, yo. That's what confuses me. I'm trying to pull this up on my damn phone. That's what confuses me. Y'all got these chicks thinking that they good to go, like that shit is cool, that they could do that. They ain't got it like that, but you ain't got it like that. You do not have it like that to be talking like that. Fake hair, fake, like, get the fuck out of here, man. And I just mad at some dudes for even tolerating that shit. Now look at this here. I want to get these little ones out the way before we get to the actual show. This is like the preview here.
You can take this shit and go. No, I don't want it. Stop trying to. Why are you, bro? Stop. Why are you pushing my door open, bro?
What are you talking about? Let me in here.
I don't want. You can take this shit and go. You could have just got some chicken and some pizza.
No, I'm not gonna spend all that money on one damn thing.
Bro, I don't care what you're talking about, Rodney. You can take this shit and go.
Now, I don't know.
I never asked you to bring groceries. I asked you to bring some pizza.
I don't know if that's a skit or what, but I'm gonna tell you, if Shorty is acting like that, it's because she's lazy as fuck. Now, why am I saying lazy? She called a nigga and asked him for some pizza and some kids' pizza and some wings, right? So you expect nigga gonna drop about $70 on some pizza and wings. So he's like, yo, why the fuck am I gonna do that? I'm gonna get you some food so you can cook for them niggas. So he pulls up, he's got a bunch of juices and a few cases of water and snacks and burgers and food. He went food shopping for. And she's upset about it. Why would she be upset about it? 1, because she don't feel like cooking. She's fucking lazy. And 2, aside from her being lazy, she wants control. If you tell a bro, if a broad say, yo, can you bring the boys some pizza and some wings or whatever, and you go and you bring her some other shit, it's the control she wants. And hold on, give me 1 second.
They're about to black out the fucking Brooklyn with my nigga Mr. Sick, cause you know how the fuck I get down. Big dog pitbull status, nigga. Yeah. You're now entering the mode of the notorious Biggie Smalls. Junior Mafia Clip represent.
Yeah, excuse me. So, yeah, so she either wants control and she's lazy, she don't want to cook, all right? So that's why the hell she would ask for that shit. Now, I want to show you this. I really like this clip. We're going to knock these out before we get to the actual joint. Now, this here is a young man.
To Miguel Rodriguez.
All right, now this young man here Graduate.
Miguel, I have a question for you. Come here. You're going to William Patterson, right? What is it that you want to do at William Patterson?
I want to become a music educator back in North Public Schools.
He wants to become a music teacher in the North Public Schools. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Here's a $74,000 contract to Miguel Rodriguez Bermudez for $74,000. This is why this happens. Your single mom and all of the sacrifices that she did. I know she's married now, so we good. But to all the single moms out there, you keep working hard because greatness comes your way. Congratulations and have a great ceremony.
Now, the only thing about this, and if you read in the comments, there's the battle in there about the single moms, about the single dads, about the families that stay together, right? We're all battling because this guy got up there and said that. Now you got to notice, feminism and homosexuality are the enemy to the nuclear family. They're the enemy to what's right. They're the enemy to God's plan, okay? So they're going to get up there and they're going to throw shit. You can't expect somebody from that community to say anything positive or uplifting for the straight community. You can't. It goes against them. That's not what they do, all right? So over here, the guy's talking about the single mom. Now, I want you to notice, if you empower a masculine man, he will take care of his village. If you empower a masculine woman, she'll take care of herself. If you empower a feminist, they'll only take care of themselves. Men are the only ones who will take care of everybody under the fucking sun. Masculine, real men. The only ones. You put the fucking homos in charge, you put the fucking broads in charge, you're gonna have chaos. All right? Because they don't respect anything but their needs and their desires and their wants. Only men think about other people. Look at it. If you look at it, who made it a law to protect women, homos, dogs, cats, fish in the ocean? That's why LA burnt down. Men protect everybody except men. Right? Now, I'm glad that they gave this young man this job because he will be able to go on and provide for at least 2 more people, for a total of 3, himself, a spouse, and a child, right? But if you gave this woman if you made him a woman and gave her a $74,000 job, who is she going to take care of? She's going to take care of her motherfucking self. She's going to take care of her motherfucking self, dog. All right? Now, I want to show you the mindset of one of these little fucking monsters here. Shout out to Stoic. Let me give him a like. I'm already subscribed to him. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. This is, of course, his content. This is a broad, right? This broad here, before, if you see, I'm starting here on purpose. Well, this broad, right? Backstory is she is just a booty shaker from Instagram, right? Literally, that was her content. She just shook her ass on Instagram. That's what she does. Booty shaker on Instagram. She met some dude in Miami. The guy put her in a fucking loft for $4,000 a month and bought her a Benz. So that is what you call upgrading somebody's lifestyle. So he upgraded the booty shaker's lifestyle. Well, Now things have come to an end, but he's still paying for the booty shakers condo and Mercedes. She said that, oh, it's nice of him, you know, just you know, he's a good guy and da da da. But they're like, yo, but if he wanted to take it back, he would have had to fight for it. So that's where we're going to take place. Okay, listen to how this conversation goes.
My question is, how about if it's like, so he was doing this as a friend. So how about just like men in society taking on the role to assist women and like separate from friendship or sexual relationships?
No,
like
it's called, no, hold on.
Do you hear that bullshit? You hear this bullshit? So this bitch said, how about men take on the roles of helping women aside from sexual relationships or marriage or any of that shit? You just help bitches out. That's what this bitch wants. So my question is, well, if men do that in society, why don't women give niggas blowjobs, random niggas blowjobs then? If you want to do it like that, help a nigga out. Okay? Because in this bitch's mind, she thinks it's okay for men to spend their resources and use their money and protection to take care of them and shit like that without any attachment. Just be a nice guy. This bitch is out of her fucking mind. All right? And I got to blame the dude for fucking with her.
this person, and 6 months is like you're being, but I feel like 3 months is like that. About if it's like, so he was doing this as a friend. So how about just like men in society taking on the role to assist women and like separate from friendship or sexual relationships?
No,
like
it's called no. Hold on. Are you equal to a man?
Equal to a man in regards to?
In any regards.
Well,
Are you an equal citizen?
I'm an equal citizen, yes.
Do you have equal voting rights?
Yes.
Do you have equal protection under the law?
Energetically, I feel men are strong.
No.
This bitch said energetically. She said energetically.
No, ma'am, you have equal. Okay, but see, what you have is what women fought for: equality and independence.
Yeah, that's good for them.
So no. But see, what you're asking is
I told them I wanted that.
Hold on. But the answer specifically to your question is protecting men protecting women without women giving anything. That is an unfair deal. That is why relationships are falling apart, because women asking what you want. Take care of me, but I don't have to do anything for you or even have sex. You want a man to provide for you? It's called a husband.
That's it. It's not a hard concept. If you want a man to provide, it's called a husband. It's not just a random nigga who just helps out women in fucking society. I don't know where the hell she got that from. All right? Now, that's just a chick from the Bronx right there. That was a bitch from the Bronx. All right, now you got some dudes up here. You know, this guy, I'm glad that they went at him in the comments. They went at him while he was on the panel. But he's definitely a feminist. I don't even want to play this nigga. Fuck that nigga. I ain't even going to give him no like. All right, I want to get to what's going on here in fucking China, bro. This right here, we're going to react to this. Look at this shit here, bro. You won't believe this shit.
Looking Glass, I'm Lei. Today we'll dive into one of the most explosive and emotionally charged cases in China right now. A court ruling that's taken the internet by storm and shaken the very foundations of how Chinese men and women interact today. It's being called the engagement rape case, and it happened in Datong, Shanxi. The verdict has triggered outrage across the country. On social media, many men are asking the same question. Who dares dating anymore? Sounds dramatic? Maybe, but once you hear the details, you might understand why that fear is spreading.
So, the engagement rape case, right? I'm going to just cut through some of the boring shit. The women in China are lining these niggas up. They got to give them what they call a bride dowry. This bride dowry is like a, oh, you know, thank you for raising a beautiful, nice daughter. Here's some fucking money, right? Like, basically, that's what the fuck it is. Well, in their money, it goes from, what was it, 200,000 yen to 500,000 yen. So it's like between 30,000 and 60,000 bucks, right? That they're giving the family. Well, they don't give it all to them all up front. You get a piece here where we get engaged, and then when the engagement goes through and we actually get married, you get the second piece, right? Well, what these little Asian bitches is doing is they're sticking these niggas up. Give me the dowry, or I'm going to tell them that you raped me. That's what these little bitches is doing. So dudes, Asian men are afraid to even go out on dates with these bitches and get serious with them because that's what they're doing. And then they're sending these niggas to jail. 3 years here, 5 years there. Check this shit out, man.
Back in January 2023, a man named Shi met a woman surnamed Wu through a matchmaking agency. Things went pretty well. A few months later, on May 1st, the man's family hosted an official engagement banquet. As part of the custom, the man's family gave his future bride's family a 200,000 yuan bridal gift, along with a gold ring. They even signed a formal engagement agreement, which stipulated that half of the bride's gift, or 100,000 yuan, is to be paid at engagement. The other half will be paid after the wedding. If the man backs out the engagement, the first 100,000 yuan is non-refundable. If the woman backs out, she must return the money. And
so that's, you know, I guess it's right. If the woman backs out, she got to get that money back. If the man backs out, he just lost it, you know. So, but my thing is, why are you putting so much value on this damn woman, bro? And they're going to show you what happens when you put too much value on a woman. If women were in charge over here in the U.S., if they were in charge of all this shit, we would be fucked. We will be fucked. They are some vicious, nasty motherfuckers, man. And we see it by looking at a total other country. We thought the Chinese bitches was, well, I thought the Chinese bitches was like more feminine and cool and shit like that, you know, compared to American women. These bitches is just as conniving. Just as conniving. You can't trust any of these hoes.
And the man promised to add the woman's name to the marital property deed 1 year after the wedding. I know such engagement agreement sounds like a commercial contract and totally outrageous by Western standard, but it's typical in today's China. The day after the engagement, the woman's family hosted a return banquet for the man's relatives. Afterward, the engaged couple went to their future home, an apartment in a tall building. The woman had already moved in some personal belongings, toiletries, couple's items, even a wedding bed. Surveillance footage showed the two being physically affectionate in the elevator, hugging and kissing. Nothing looked unusual for a couple that just got engaged. But by the time they came back down the elevator, the woman accused her fiancé of rape. The men said they were intimate but denied having sex with her. But the attention the case received isn't so much about what happened between the two. It was about the demand the woman made about the remaining bride's money. She asked it to be paid up front and wanted her name added to the property deed immediately. According to some reports, she threatened that if those demands weren't met, she would go to the police. The man's family refused, and after an argument, she followed through and filed the report. A judge later described a slightly different version. The woman's family pushed for a sooner marriage and were okay with delaying the second payment, but still insisted on adding her name to the deed early. These details became a flashpoint. Many people saw it as a red flag. Was this ever really about marriage? And the man presented everything he could: the engagement contract, chat records, surveillance footage, even medical records proving his innocence. But the court ruled against him. The final judgment? Rape, and he was given a 3-year sentence. The official reasoning? He violated the woman's will.
3 years. I know you're like, what the fuck, what? Yeah, 3 years. And there's plenty more. There's plenty more.
Chinese men flooded the internet with outrage. One viral comment summed it up. Was this an engagement or a rape package deal? You lose the bride's money and go to jail. From now on, every date needs to be fully documented and recorded. But others responded with a warning. Don't be so naive. Even audio and video evidence can save you. They were referring to another notorious case, the Nanchang University incident. Let me take you back to 2022, to a case from Nanchang that lit the internet on fire. It involved 2 college students. A young man helped his classmate fix her phone, and over time, their conversations became flirtatious. The chat logs were full of flirts, and at one point, the girl even sent him provocative selfies. Then one day, she stopped by his dorm to pick up her repaired phone. That day, they had sex. The next morning, she asked him to make their relationship official. He said no. And just like that, she accused him of rape. He was convicted. The first trial gave him 6 years in prison. On appeal, it was reduced to 3 years with 3 years probation. But here's what made the case shocking and unbelievable. He had a 21-minute audio recording capturing the entire encounter. In it, she sounded enthusiastic and in control. Security footage even showed the two walking hand in hand afterward, laughing. Still, the court ruled. The woman expressed non-consent afterward. Prior chat records and behavior do not constitute legal consent.
So do you see how the men are getting railroaded over there? They got all of this evidence, chat records, the way the bitch was acting. He recorded them for 21 minutes. He's got all of this evidence. They could have been in the room while they was fucking, and they still went and agreed with the broad.
One man wrote, "What's the point of having evidence? If consent can be retroactively denied, then the law is meaningless." And it didn't stop there. In 2021, a young man named Xiao Chen in Shenzhen was accused of rape by his ex-girlfriend. After they had already broken up, Xiao Chen came prepared and submitted video footage of their intimate time. She was clearly comfortable, laughing, joking, fully engaged. But in court, she brought a psychological evaluation, claiming she was mentally unstable at the time and therefore could not legally consent.
So, wait a minute. So the dude should go to jail because your head fucked up? You see these bitches? So something wrong with your brain. So now he got to go to jail? He ain't know. How's he supposed to know? But you went through all the trouble of bringing a fucking psycho whatever to testify in court and say, yeah, she wasn't in the right brain, right frame of mind to consent. All right, well, you know what? This shit happened. I don't know what the fuck to tell y'all. You know, she wasn't in the right frame of mind. How was he supposed to know? He said, "You want to fuck?" She said, "Yeah." So I don't understand. What, like why should he go to jail?
Despite the video, Xiaochen was sent to 4 years in prison.
Wow.
When he was released, he posted this online. I thought the video would prove my innocence. I was wrong. Now I don't even dare hold a woman's hand. And Xiaochen isn't the only man feeling that way. In 2023, a young man in Shanghai got engaged and handed over a 300,000 yuan bride's gift to the woman's family. They took wedding photos. The marriage was planned for the end of the year. Then the woman backed out. She kept the money and accused him of rape. In court, she presented a...
So you see how they do that? She backed out, kept the money, and then accusing the... Yo. They should have still made that bitch pay the shit back, bro. I don't care what you accuse me of. If the marriage don't happen, you supposed to get that bread back. Yo, man, y'all already know what I think. You already know how I feel about it. How I feel they should treat these bitches. I feel they should fucking put them in a ditch, my nigga. They should bury these bitches alive, upside down, nigga. How many times I gotta press play?
A depression diagnosis, claiming she wasn't mentally stable and had not truly agreed to the relationship. The result? He was sentenced to 3 years in prison. The 300,000 yuan? Gone.
What? Oh, hell.
And
no.
now Chinese netizens are joking, well, only half joking, about what dating will look like in China. A nervous young woman asks his date, "Before we date, how many consent forms do I need to sign? And how many cameras will you have running?" The guy replies, "Do you have any psychiatric diagnosis I should know about? I can't afford to get into a relationship and then end up in prison."
Facts.
It sounds ridiculous, but it reflects something real. Dating in China is starting to feel like defensive dating.
What the fuck happened? So do you know why this is happening in China? This is happening in China because they place too much value on the woman. That's it. You pay hundreds of thousands of yen or whatever the fuck your money is called just because this bitch is a chick. You uplift them and let them do all of this shit, and now look what they're doing. They're running rackets on you. Rackets. Fuck it, I'm just gonna marry him, get the dowry, and then I'm gonna say that he tried to rape me, so I don't gotta give it back. That's what they doing. China? In China, the Chinese little, I thought they were the most fucking, oh shit, PJ in a fucking building. Bro, how? Yo, I thought Asians were cool, man. I thought they were cool. They out here lining niggas up. Oh, damn, yo. They locking motherfuckers up, bro. With evidence. They don't even care about the evidence. Fuck your evidence. She said you did it. What? Oh, nah, bro. All you need is about 3 or 4 of them. All you need about 3 or 4 of them to get found in the motherfucking ditch. Yeah, news article. Woman who fucking sent man to jail over false rape claims found in a fucking ditch. About 4 of them, the bitches is gonna be like, oh shit. Yeah, bitch. Yeah. I'm just here to let you know. If you pull that shit, that's why you can't, that's why I say you can't love these girls like that, bro. I sat and I rolled this around in my head for a while thinking about it. And I said, you know what? That love that men have is not supposed to go toward the woman. It's supposed to go toward your dog, toward your kids, something like that. That love that we carry for them is not supposed to go. It's not supposed to go to them. Because if they're just based off of what the fuck are they based off of? What's their mindset? Hypergamy and what's the other shit I always talk about? Hypergamy and Briffald's Law. Brifffaults law, right? If their fucking thought process is based off of those two, why the fuck you falling in love with them? A documentary on Chinese jails, they operate differently. Bro, I wouldn't want to go to jail nowhere, bro. I don't think no jail is lit. Like, there was one jail they were talking about. I think it was in Sweden, where the jail is set up. What jail is that? Well, what prison is that where the shit is set up like apartments and shit? Nigga, shit is set up like apartments, bro. They got like big ass day room, living room set up, look like a college. Like, this shit is crazy. And I seen one, they had these two dudes. It was these two black dudes over there. They went and bodied a guy who was a child R. They fucking cells opened up, and he walked down that shit, man. They went in that nigga's cell. He was in there for about 5 minutes, and then they came out like nothing. And the motherfucker was dead. Yeah, but they got some jails that's like apartments, bro. They said, oh, it'll be better. It'll introduce, them on going back to society and this and that. And I said, nah, nigga, that shit don't work. Why are we running away from using force and pain as to promote healthy behavior, bro? Why are we running from that? Yo, man, bust the nigga upside his head. I promise you, he'll be good. Bust a bitch upside her head. I promise you, she'll be good. Some countries, like the Latin countries, I seen some videos on WhatsApp. They know that they cut bitches up if they found cheating. The bitch still cheat. I don't know. This is a phenomenon to me. It's a phenomenon. Because I know. Look, you see how men learn? Men are learning. They say, yo, if you marry a bitch, there's still jail. Like, men learn. They say, all right, if we marry a bitch, she gonna take half of our money. And men are like, man, we ain't marrying these bitches no more. Right? But women, they're still like, I don't know, man. Their feelings get into it too much, and they just gotta chase their feelings, bro. They gotta chase that feeling, bro. I don't know why. That shit is crazy. They still do it. Still getting their motherfucking head. I seen this nigga. Yo, I couldn't believe I watched it. I said, that shit, it didn't give me nightmares, but it fucked my head up a little bit, man. I seen this nigga cut this bitch's head off. Like, and it wasn't a clean cut, so he had to keep hacking at the shit. Then I saw the point where the bitch's eyes, just gave up, and I'm like, yo, why the fuck you let that nigga do that to you? Like, he gonna kill you. If nigga got a machete, he tell you to sit on the floor. And you gonna sit on... this nigga's gonna... he wanna cut your head off while you sitting on the floor. So why would you do it? Nah, don't do it. I don't care what they say, man. I don't care what they say. They got a gun at you or they got a fucking machete. They tell you don't do whatever they tell you to do. Don't do it, man. Do the opposite. Fight. So they gonna do you anyway. I promise you they will. Promise you they gonna do it. And he said, turn away. And he said, lay down on the floor. Don't do it. Because then he gonna shoot you on the floor. Don't do it. He gonna shoot you anyway. Right? But when it comes to these broads, this shit right here, nah, man, these bitches is getting away scot-free. Just lying on niggas.
Where love comes second to legal protection.
She said love comes second to legal protection, Pop.
Major contributor to the problem has to do with China's custom of bride's gift.
You see this shit? Let me ask you a question. Why you gotta give this bitch all this shit, bro? Why you gotta give her all this shit, bro?
Contributor to the problem has to do with
Why she need all that? And a nigga gave her 300, however much, 300,000, whatever that shit is. Why? Why do niggas think that the bitch is worth this? You know you gotta pay for her the rest of your life, right? So you gotta pay for her, you gotta put your life and your freedom on the line for this bitch. You gotta do everything for her. Why? You the prize, you dumb nigga. She should be getting this shit for you. Because you're gonna be taking care of her. You're gonna put your life in front of hers to defend her honor and all of this other shit. You. So why are you paying her? It's not how that's supposed to go. That's not how that's supposed to go. Yo, what the fuck is up with Ling Ling? Yo, I think KS missed this one. KS would be rolling over if he saw this shit. Nah, man, fuck Ling Ling. Yo, Ling Ling, you fucked, bro. You shouldn't have. When the niggas hear about this shit, this is a small channel. This is a little box channel. When the big niggas hear about this shit, Ling Ling, you just getting smashed. They just smashed you. They ain't fucking with you like that, Ling Ling. You devious. You worse than the goddamn hyena. At least the black chick, she just get you motherfucking locked up. You could get out. You could beat that shit. But y'all bitches? Damn, bro. I was not expecting this. This nigga here, he look happy giving away all of this shit too. Look at this nigga. Look at how she looking at him. Bitch, she ain't got no titties. Yo, man. Hell no, man. Oh! Where the hoes at? Where the hoes at? Where the hoes? Life is gonna get good for the hoes, man. You crazy. You paying top dollar for that shit? Niggas is bugging, yo. Yo, somebody gotta make prostitution. I swear, if they made prostitution legal, you bitches would be done. Done. Niggas gotta sneak around for that shit now. They gotta sneak around and try not to get hit with a fucking RICO. If they make that shit legal, nigga. Remember how weed was illegal? Alcohol was illegal until they could tax it. Weed was illegal until they could tax it and make money off of it. Selling pussy, well, buying pussy, because they don't do shit to the bitches that sell a pussy. But buying pussy is illegal. If they fucking tax it, say, yeah, $40 for head, but then with the tax on the head, $48 or whatever the fuck, cool. Niggas ain't complaining, bro. Y'all not complaining. It's a wrap. Bitch, this is done. It's done. The price would drop overnight, nigga, overnight. Because everybody going, yo. The market would be very cheap. Why? Because any bitch could sell pussy. So you got to go against, you know what, man? Yo, I might not have, you're going to have some bitches, oh yeah, I'm charging $4,000. You out your mind. You're crazy. Get a bitch way better than you for $4,000 for fucking $40, bitch. And then if they had to go and get checkups or get shots and all that shit, make sure the bitches ain't got nothing. What? Nigga. That's all you need. I can see it now. Niggas go to the club, party and chill at the club. Yeah. Then niggas go to the brothel afterwards. You could have hotels with brothels in them. Maybe the brothel is like upstairs and the hotel is downstairs, or the brothel's on this side and the hotel's on that side. Yo, money maker, bro. Wow. And you would have to do this because men gotta fuck, gotta get their nuts off. Bitches just, they need money. They like money. So, hey, they hoes any goddamn way. So you might as well make it legal. Because the only thing that's happening is the men are getting hurt. The bitches ain't getting hurt. Only the men are getting hurt. You got niggas, bitches who gave a dude some pussy 30 years ago. It's coming back today saying, oh, I didn't mean to give him that pussy. What? Him? Yeah, him. Diddy got 3,000, 5,000 people saying that he fucking awed them. That he touched them or some shit. 5,000. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Anybody could come and claim anything. It didn't happen. But paying a bitch to marry her? That's like paying twice. That's paying 3 times. So you paid the broad to marry her. You paid for her while you was with her. Then when she divorces you, you gotta pay her again. You paid 3 times for this fucking raggedy bitch. Nah, that don't make no sense. Look at all this bullshit. What is this, chocolate? No, all right, this look like 2 big-ass gold bangles. You see this shit? Big-ass gold bangles. I don't know what the other shit is.
With China's custom of bride's gift. I'm talking about Cai Li. Before 1949, when the CCP took control, Cai Li was simply a Chinese marriage custom evolved from a Zhou dynasty ritual called Ping Li. The gift wasn't about wealth. It's a gesture and a token of commitment to the bride. It was about the man's respect for the bride's parents for having raised her. Under the CCP's rule, the practice of bride's gift all but disappeared for decades, swept away by political campaigns that abolished old traditions. But in the last 20 years, it came roaring back. Why? Because there are more men than women in China, and women now have market power in.
Oh, that's what it is. That's it. The bitches got market power, kid. These niggas up here fiending for the box. They want a girlfriend so bad.
Marriage. They can set the terms, and those terms often come with a price tag.
There you go. There you go.
Marriage. They can set the.
There you go. Let me cut this up right here. There, motherfucking go. You see that red envelope, buddy? That's what it's about. Right there. That red envelope. That's where the money's at. That's where the bread is at. Let me save this. This is a no-no. This should be what be given to the men's family. All right? Reason being, if the man got to do everything for this broad and risk his life and all that shit, this shit should be given to him and his family. Thank you for raising a man strong enough to protect the family. Here you go. Makes sense. This shit, you paying the parents for the pussy. And then you paying her for the pussy. Because that's all she do is give you pussy. Why did we place so much value on these bitches, bro? Come on, dog. Nah, man, we gotta strip. Yo, gotta bring these bitches down. Feminism destroyed our shit. Feminism destroyed our fucking military. Right? Feminism destroyed our fucking workforce. And it destroyed our fucking, what do you call that? Nuclear family, dog. That ain't nothing good came out of that bullshit. Nothing. The bitches ain't even happy. They ain't even happy. They aren't even safe. They're safer in the patriarchy. They are. We're the ones who made it a law for the big bitch not to knock the little bitch aside the head. Or the big bear man not to beat up the little woman. Speaking of that, look at this shit here. Hold on. We're going to get back to Shorty in a minute. Where is that shit at? Right here. Look at this shit here. Look at this, bro. This is what they got to go through over there? On the bottom. Yo, we missed them 2 hits in the beginning. Damn, she fucking, hold on. She fucking kapowed that nigga. He said he got him a ling ling quiche. She went to the school of fucking quichenomics out this bitch. Yo, you saw the sweep? Yo. $3,000 for rent, but she had a voucher.
So Shaniqua, you really told this off? You really told this about my housing?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, this. So Shaniqua really just told this about my housing, and he's sitting up here mad.
What you mean?
He's mad in
What
real
you
life.
mean?
Like it's not that
I've been
serious.
paying you 3 G's. 3 G's a month for rent. Yo, come on, man. You been paying me, bro. No,
So what?
Yo, this nigga been giving her $3,000 for rent, but her rent is only $100, bro.
Oh!
That's enough. Bro. They just be laughing at niggas, man. They really are our biggest competition, our biggest op, bro. Just kind of, she been getting $2,900 from this nigga every month. For what? Damn. I think niggas like getting used sometimes, man. I want to see you and come bring me lunch. I had a female I met who said, I want to see you and come bring me lunch. Oh, shit. Damn, bro. She tried that. She sure enough tried it. She tried it. She don't know. She ain't know who the fuck she was talking to. She ain't know who she was talking to again. Yo, did you laugh at her, like, in her face? Because I know you laughed. I know PJ laughed at that shit. Like, this bitch is crazy. Because it's crazy, like, when you see them in real life doing some funny shit. Like, when you see them in real life doing funny shit, you like, holy shit. It's like seeing a Red Robin and shit. You be like, oh, shit, it's a Red Robin. Yeah, it's the same thing when you see them try to pull some shit. Yeah, nah, 3,000, man. She been robbing that nigga blind. She should go to jail for. She should get a misdemeanor behind that shit. She got that nigga. She should get a fucking misdemeanor behind the way she got that nigga. 2,900. And Shorty said, you know what? If I tell him that she getting over on him like that, maybe he'll give me some money. I bet you that's how that shit happened. What he said? He said, you better pack a lunch. Damn. I said, I don't give people money or gifts. I don't know. Facts. Man, come on, man. They gotta stop. And they don't be ashamed of begging neither, yo. That's how you know shame is gone. Back in our day, there was some shit we used to say, stop begging Ronald Reagan. Right? It's like, motherfucker, stop begging, yo. What are you talking about? Why that? Like, you not ashamed? Like, you supposed to be ashamed of that shit. Kind of wild, weird ass shit is that?
Terms, and those terms often come with a price tag. But, and this is important, modern caili is nothing like the traditional kind. Traditionally, after engagement, the groom's family would give the bride's family an amount of money called the bride's gift. The bride's family would use it to prepare a dowry, and in many regions, the dowry would match or even exceed the caili. It was a two-way exchange. The man gives money as a sign of commitment. The woman's family returns it as a sign of goodwill.
What? Yeah, she wasn't even about it. Yeah, she crazy. So wait, the man would give the woman's family money and then they would give it back in good faith. Shit.
It's about mutual respect, like the old saying, 礼尚往来. Rituals must go both ways. What matters is the intention behind them. But today, that meaning is gone. The word caili is made up of two parts. Cai means money. Li means ritual or respect. Modern China has kept the money, but thrown away the respect.
Wow.
Bride's price has become a blunt financial demand. According to China Economic Weekly, brides' prices in some regions have now soared to between 200 and 500,000 yuan, which is about 27,000 to 70,000 US dollars. That's more than most ordinary families can afford. And for many rural areas, this custom has become a living nightmare. In 2024, rural residents have an average annual income of just 21,000 yuan.
God damn, that's what them niggas work?
Rural residents have an average annual income.
Nah, son. Yo, how the fuck did they make this? This shit look crazy. They're like human ants and shit that made this shit.
Of just 21,000 yuan, while the starting price for marriage in many places is 10 times that. What made the situation even worse is a larger societal shift. Decades of state-driven feminism in China.
See?
Didn't Mao Zedong once say that he has liberated Chinese women? Maybe, but the consequences are disastrous. Take this real case from Beijing. In 2022, a man named Wang met a woman at a bar. After some drinks, they went back to a hotel and had sex. The next day, she called the police. In court, she admitted she had been drinking, but said, "Being drunk doesn't mean I gave consent." The man said she was conscious and even made the first move, but the court ruled against him. He was sentenced to 5 years in prison. Afterward, his sister posted online, "My brother's life is over. These laws protect only women. Men don't stand a chance." Her post went viral, and a firestorm of debate followed. People ask, where's the legal bottom line in China? But the truth is, China's legal system was never truly rooted in law. Too often, it's not the law that decides, but the opinions of local officials, the politics of the moment, or the attitude of the judge, or the amount of bribe paid. Justice becomes a matter of how low the individual judge is willing to go. In that kind of environment, a fair trial is a coin toss. But I don't think this is just a legal problem. It's a cultural collapse after the CCP destroyed traditional values and shattered the foundations of trust. Marriage in China is no longer about love or commitment. It's become a financial transaction, a merger between two families. Sex has become leverage. Love becomes last, after the money, after the contracts, and after the evidence. What was once a symbol of commitment has become a financial guarantee. Marriage is now treated like an investment contract with expected returns. And in that system, men are often at a disadvantage simply because there are too many of them. But that's not their fault. That's why I'm taking a stand for men in this program, not because I'm against women, but because we need fairness. Yes, some women suffer from domestic violence, but men are being hurt too by exorbitant bride price, tiger wives, false accusations.
Yo, she said tiger wives. Oh, shit. Yo, Ling Ling, what's up? See, this is crazy. In the black community, we call them hyenas. They call them tiger wives over there.
So concubines were an accepted concept in most of Chinese history, right? Well, out of over 300 emperors that have ruled China, only one made the conscious decision to be monogamous, to be with only one woman his entire life in spite of the acceptance of concubines, and actually abide by his vow. Let's give it up for Emperor Hongzhi of the Ming Dynasty, the only emperor worth trusting in all of Chinese history. So concubines were an
Wow. Oh my God, these Chinese bitches have become Americanized, bro. Wow. These bitches are something else.
Did you know that Chinese fandoms have a custom of referring to celebrities by a nickname? Taylor Swift, Mei Mei, Unlucky. And this is because there was a point where she kept missing the #1 spot on the Billboard. And also because of her love life. Nicki Minaj, Ma La Ji, Spicy Chicken. It's just what her name sounds like. Katy Perry, Shui Guo Jie, Big Sister Fruit. It's because she keeps doing stuff with fruit. The Weeknd, Pen Zai Ge, Big Brother Bonsai, because his hair used to look like a bonsai tree.
The fuck? Damn, son. I don't know, man. We can't let this shit go on over here, bro. We gotta get these bros the cold shoulder over here. But this shit, I thought it was just, this shit is in China. The hell we supposed to do? This nigga bitch beating him up outside.
bailed out on camera, multiple eyewitnesses, interest in prosecuting a able to prove it with video evidence, they just dismissed me.
There are so many girls that do go through that, and to falsely accuse someone that they didn't do it, and then nothing happens to them. I think that's ridiculous.
Well, the problem is the women that do the false accusing, they really hurt the girls that really were hurt. I'm not going to let one evil person, when there's 100 great people and one bad person, I'm not going to let that person ruin my outlook on life.
I really appreciate this man coming on camera and telling his story, because all too often, even when a man is proven innocent, he has fear of even talking about the situation because there's so many people that will still think that he did something. Men that are falsely accused absolutely have long-lasting consequences. And I'm honestly tired of seeing content out there from women that say otherwise. I think they would like to think that nothing negative happens to a man's life, so you might as well believe the woman as soon as she accuses him. But that's not true, hence why it is so important why men like this speak up. It is also why all of us, men and women, should absolutely be on board with laws that give consequences to false accusations. Because to not have that, which is the system that we are in right now, there are people becoming victims within our justice system, and
now, this one here, she talk about a real estate scam. So these broads is getting niggas to buy them property. Like, they get married, he buys the property, and then the bitch just takes the property and gets rid of the man, bro. Yo, these Asian bitches, yo, what? Oh my God. Who would have thought? Ling Ling, man, damn.
Today's looking glass. China's economy is crashing and the real estate market has been in free fall for 21 straight months. As desperation rises, so do the schemes. And some are darker than anyone imagined. Now, a jaw-dropping story is setting the internet on fire. One woman, 36 ex-boyfriends, all unknowingly living in the same community, all trapped in the same setup. What kind of blood-soaked drama is this? Well, buckle up, because you won't believe how deep the story goes. Now a jaw-dropping scheme free fall for 21 straight months. As desperation rises, so do the schemes. And some are darker than anyone imagined. Now a jaw-dropping story is setting the internet on fire. One woman, 36 ex-boyfriends.
Hold the fuck up.
And I empty my Glock in his chest.
Oh!
Did this lady say one woman and 36 ex-boyfriends? Oh, I didn't even think about that. If you invite her over, oh. Damn. Yeah, you're right. Let's see.
All unknowingly living in the same community, all trapped in the same setup. What kind of blood-soaked drama is this? Well, buckle up, because you won't believe how deep the story goes. Decades of China's one-child policy created a harsh gender imbalance, leaving many men struggling to find a girlfriend. In March 2025, a young man named Yao shared his heartbreaking love story with the local media outlet in Guangdong. Yao is an ordinary worker in Shenzhen, nearing 30 years old. Like many young men, he dreams of having a family and actively searched for a girlfriend. At the beginning of 2024, he met a girl named Liu Jia on a dating app. Miss Liu also worked in Shenzhen and came from a similar background. They hit it off online almost immediately. From her photos, Liu was stunning. Fair skin, long legs, picture-perfect beauty. But Yao worried she might be using beauty apps to enhance her image. So he asked to meet in person. To his relief, the woman agreed without hesitation. In China, where men significantly outnumber women, women can be high maintenance and very demanding on dates. This is something many Chinese men know all too well. But when Yao finally met Liu Jia, He was smitten. Not only was she beautiful, but she was also very considerate. She didn't expect him to spend lavishly on dates or buy her expensive gifts like handbags. She was kind, sweet, and everything he had dreamed of. Ayao felt like he had hit the lottery. Their relationship quickly heated up. He lovingly called her Jia Jia. Within a month, Ayao asked her to move in with him. Jia Jia gently but firmly declined. She explained that she came from a traditional family. Her parents were very conservative and would never accept her living with a man before marriage. If they wanted to live together, she said, he needed to be serious about marrying her. Ayao, without hesitation, said he wanted to marry her. But Jia Jia made it clear, before they could get engaged, he needed to buy a home. Ayao felt bittersweet. On one hand, he was happy, thrilled that his girlfriend held on to traditional values and wasn't the type to move in casually. He was touched that she was willing to marry him. But reality soon set in. Buying a home in Shenzhen was almost impossible for him. The average price was about 60,000 yuan per square meter. A small 70 square meter apartment would cost over 4 million yuan, far beyond his reach. Ayao's monthly salary was only about 10,000 yuan. Even if he stopped eating or drinking for the rest of his life, he still couldn't afford it. Still, in today's China, owning a home is almost a non-negotiable requirement for marriage. His girlfriend's request wasn't unusual, it was the standard. Ayao was torn between love and reality. Jia Jia knew Ayao was tormented. She spoke in a gentle, understanding tone. I know Shenzhen is too expensive, but don't worry. Our love nest doesn't have to be here. How about we move somewhere more affordable? With her delicate hand, she drew a circle on the map and pointed to a place called Huizhou, about 100 kilometers or 65 miles from Shenzhen. Housing prices there were only about 1/9 of Shenzhen's. A small 70 square meter apartment will cost under 1 million yuan. Ayao was tempted. Then Jia Jia sweetly added that she would contribute 30,000 yuan toward the down payment and share the mortgage with him. Seeing how
That's how it's supposed to be. Now, we know that, well, we were watching this, so we know that it was a scam. But that's how it should be. Girl, you want to go live over here? You going to help pay this motherfucking mortgage? You want me to buy a $640,000 house. Mortgage is $4,500. And you want me to do that shit while you just sit back and just chill. Bitch, you crazy. There's no way I would do that. You out of your damn mind. Yeah, that's fucking nuts, bro. Nuts. Fucking nuts. Mortgage went up $4,500 a month. Every month. That's just to be there. You still got to factor in the utilities. Water, gas, light, this, that, and the fucking third. Internet. Somebody coming to mow that fucking, like, no, come on. And they get upset at dudes who like, nah, she got to contribute something. The nerve. The fucking nerve. I don't care what a motherfucker say. Everybody got to pay to live, eat, and sleep on this fucking planet, bro. And women ain't no fucking exception.
Committed, his girlfriend was, Ayao no longer hesitated. He wanted to do everything he could to make her happy and give her a home. At lightning speed, they bought an apartment Jia Jia picked. True to her word, Jia Jia put 30,000 yuan toward the down payment. When signing the contract, Yao wanted to add her name to the property's certificate, but his girlfriend gently refused. Her reason was simple. She wanted to impress her conservative parents by showing that Yao had bought the home on his own, proof that he was capable and responsible. Yao was moved to tears. What a considerate, perfect wife he had found. When signing the papers, he felt like he was flying. He swore he would take care of this angel for the rest of his life. But as soon as they bought the home, Jia disappeared. She stopped answering calls.
What?
She didn't reply text messages. At first, Yao was worried. Maybe she had an accident. He waited anxiously until a few days later when he saw that she had blocked him on WeChat. Yao couldn't accept it. He wanted to find her, to ask her face to face what had gone wrong. But then reality hit him. He knew almost nothing about this woman. He didn't know where she lived, where she worked, or where she was from. All he had was a phone number and a social media account, both now useless. Where could he find her in a city of millions? Still, it didn't feel like a scam. After all, she had contributed 30,000 yuan toward the home, and the home is under his name. Why would a scammer give money? Yao replayed everything in his mind, blaming himself. What had he done wrong? Just as he was about to spiral into hopelessness, the truth came crashing down. One day, while wandering aimlessly through the neighborhood where his new apartment was located, Yao met another man about his age, looking just as depressed. They started chatting about their heartbreaks. While telling his story, Yao mentioned his girlfriend's name, Jia. The other man's eyes widened in shock. Your girlfriend's name is Jia? He shouted. What do you mean? Yao asked, stunned. The man answered with a name that made both of them freeze, Liu Jia. As they pieced their stories together, the horrifying truth unraveled. Both men had met Liu Jia on the same dating app. Both had fallen in love with her, bought homes in the same community in Huizhou, received 30,000 yuan help for the down payment, and both were left abandoned. They realized Liu Jia was never her real name. Fueled by anger and heartbreak, they began investigating. What they found was staggering. 36 men in the same community had fallen into the same trap. 10 of them even lived in the same building as Yao. Each had dated Liu Jia. Each, after about a month, had been convinced to buy property, settling them with mortgages close to 1 million yuan each. Further investigation revealed the truth. The woman behind Miss Liu Jia was a sales agent for Shenzhen Yijia Real Estate Consulting Company.
Yo, you gotta be fucking kidding me, dog. This raggedy bitch was doing that just to sell fucking property because she's a real estate agent. What? Nah, come on, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. You kidding me?
Liu Jia was a sales agent for Shenzhen Yijia Real Estate Consulting Company. She was part of a team of 15 young, beautiful women employed specifically to sell hard-to-move properties through romance scams. The 30,000 contribution was simply bait, a small part of the 100,000 to 200,000 commission they earn for each sale. For Miss Liu Jia, it was business. For the men, it was heartbreak and financial disaster. After buying the homes, most of the men were stuck. The apartments were real and completed, meaning they have no grounds to blame on the developer for fraud. Even though their relationships were fake, their mortgages were very real. Yao told reporters that he now rents a place in Shenzhen to be close to work. After paying his rent and mortgage, he's left with barely any money. He also owes his family, having borrowed heavily to cover the down payment, and he's still single. The 15 Love Trap realtors sold properties for a number of developers. One of them is Logan Group, a major real estate company in the Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau.
She got that fucking. She got that killer box, man. Oh my God, man. Holy fucking shit. I wanted to watch this here.
And as part of this episode, I'll be reading to you from an email that I received from a viewer. And as we follow along...
Man, them bitches ain't shit, dog. Jesus Christ. Can you believe that shit? Team of 15 bitches going out there, getting niggas, making them fall in love and buying apartments. God damn. You know what that remind me of? I don't know where you from, PJ, but I know up here in New York, when I used to live in Brooklyn, and bitches used to sell cologne, and they would go up to every nigga and try to get him to buy this fucking cologne, and they would act like they liked you and shit like that, and trying to kick it to you. It got to the point I said, yeah, man, this bitch probably trying to sell me something. You coming out the train station, she was like, hey, how you doing? We're like, hey, how you doing? Yo, what's up? Nothing. I just wanted to ask you something real quick. You know, and then she'll go into it, and then she'll pull out some fucking cologne. And like, it's only $20. It's like, bitch, man, get out of here, man. By selling some fucking... Bitch, I want some pussy, and you trying to sell me some goddamn cologne. Get the fuck out of here, ho. I beat bitches, bitch. Get on the beat. Fuck out of here. That shit crazy, man.
See if you can discover where things actually make that transition from being merely bad to being infinitely worse. Let's talk about it. For those of you who are new here, my name is John Griffin, and this is Life 2.0.
Life 2.0.
We talk about breaking free of the algorithm and living life authentically.
Hold on. Before we get to him, man. So some broad, it's some reporter. Trump was like, "Yo, you know, you look good, bitch," and the way they described it was completely different than the way it went down, bro. They described it as if Trump was like, "Oh my God, you know, you're really beautiful." You know, you say like he ain't do it like that, man. You know, and it's just like, hold on, where the bitch at, man? Look at this shit, man. They really, like, they hate that nigga. Where is that? Can I go back? This the bitch right here. She got a fucking hair hat wig on, man. That shit ugly, bro.
You actually got to sit down with the president of the
That shit pushing her ear out. It's pushing her ears out on the side.
Congo in Africa earlier in the week and speak with him about this momentous, this historic event that's happening here today at the White House, and you will be in the Oval Office as well. But when you were talking to the president, you asked him essentially why the international community has ignored this for so long, and here's what he had to say.
The international community have forsaken us, and we are victims.
Trump like that, man? Damn.
It's a great honor. Thank you, Mr. President. So, as Caroline has mentioned,
Trump look around.
It's a great honor.
Look how you look over there.
So, as Caroline has mentioned, President, first of all, I want to let you know that I'm the only African reporter. President Trump is working hard for making his feeling about everything that you're dying in Congo. This country has so much potential, but they need help because this war is destroying the country.
Somebody said he said that because she got the same fucking haircut.
They they never gave me any answer. And he told me, President Tshisekedi, that he's not only said to the noble,
And that's so beautifully stated. And Caroline said, number one, she did say, and I shouldn't say this because it's politically incorrect, she said, she's beautiful, and you are beautiful. I'm not allowed to say that, that could be the end of my political career, but I'll say it anyway. But you are beautiful, and you're beautiful inside. So I wish I had more reporters like you. You covered Africa for a long time?
Yes, for over 10 years.
Wow.
I covered even your first administration.
Yes, I know that. That's great. Well, thank you. That's so nice that you said that. Appreciate it.
And I have one more question,
Yes.
Mr. President. Since we know in July or in the future both President of Rwanda and the Congo will be coming
Yes.
to the United States, in Africa, President John Lorenzo, the President of Angola, he is also the leader of African Union.
Good.
He
Yes, I know.
worked very hard to bring peace, but unfortunately...
Let's get him here.
Yes. That's
Okay? Would you invite him for me?
Of course.
Okay? No, well, I know that he works very hard, and he's the head of essentially the union. So the union all over Africa, not the kind of union that we have. This is the union all over Africa, and I'd love to have him, so you'll let him know.
Of course,
Okay?
Mr. President.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Good.
Mr.
Now you go back to where you belong, right? That's great. That was a great job. It's real knowledge and real heart, too. Congratulations.
Oh man, they tried to have a field day with that. They tried to. He had to say, Caroline told me not to say it. She said it would be a good deal, but I'm gonna say it. Yo, man, you look good, shawty. You know what I mean? She like, yeah, she like that shit, man. Nigga Trump can smash. You see that? But then she'll be like, oh, he smashed. You gotta do something for this smashing. Shit was
So
funny.
beautifully stated. And Caroline said, number one, she did say, and I shouldn't say this because it's politically incorrect, she said, she's beautiful, and you are beautiful. I'm not allowed to say that, that could be the end of my political career, but I'll say it anyway. But you are beautiful, and you're beautiful inside. So I wish I had more reporters like you. You covered Africa for a long time?
Yes, for over 10 years.
Wow.
I covered even your first administration.
Yes, I know that. That's great. Well, thank you. That's so nice that you said that. Appreciate it.
And I have one more question,
Yes.
Mr. President. Since we know in July or in the future both President...
It's just a hair, man. A hair. Fucking hair hat is fucking crazy, bro. The hair hat, man. I don't like the hair hat. Yeah, this bitch over here, damn, boy. They go back to my man.
Hope you enjoy the video.
Let's go, pimp. What we talking about? So this dude, the reason why I watched this cat right here, when Keisha sees Zaddy, it's heaven on. Yeah, man, that's what it is, man. That's what it is. I mean, she's all right. She all right. I mean, I don't know. Like, because, you know what? My eyes have been trained to look deeper than beauty. So, I could see a bitch that's just like fucking, according to society's beauty standards, fucking gorgeous, and I'm just looking at the bitch like, I'm just waiting to see that one flaw, that one character flaw. You know what I'm saying? But to me, she's very humble. She knows how to talk to men in power. Which is really important. I actually like that. She know how to talk to men in power. But I know women are sneaky, dog. Women are sneaky as fuck, bro. You can't trust them. That's the worst part that's the worst thing to realize, that you really can't trust them. You really can't even trust the own woman in your life. Depending on what situation arises or what person comes into the picture, the person that you're with or involved with or whatever, man, that shit could change. Because they're not like solid like that. You know what I'm saying? That's a fucked up realization. That's why you can't really fall in love with them bitches like that. Because they'll let you down, man. Oh, this video here with the white dude.
All right, so here's the email. Hi, John. I really need your advice on a tough situation. My partner just left me after 5 years, and this hits me especially hard because I'm already going through a rough personal time and was hoping for her support. I'm the one who always solved her problems, even her debts, and now I'm alone. She has changed a lot recently, and I barely recognize her, which makes the whole situation even more confusing. All right, here we go. My dilemma with my business. We built a limited liability company together, and we each own 50% of it. Now, she is suggesting I sell my shares to her new boyfriend.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Enemy spotted.
What? I was not expecting that. Oh, I was not expecting that. I love that. I love like not watching this shit and then watching it and then hearing some wild shit and just be like, what? Yo, what? Sell my shares to your boyfriend? See. Yo, that means she had no respect. To ask that man that shit, that means she has no respect for him, bro. That means she has. What's the quickest way to get respect out of a bitch? Quickest way to get respect out of a bitch. Anybody know? It's the quickest way. Second quickest way. Takes a little. You got to be rich. But even if you rich, that don't mean that she gonna respect you. But she respect that nigga. Facts. You know what I mean? Hey, I didn't make the rules, man. I just observe nature.
Exactly. I have put an incredible amount of energy and work into this company for the past 2 years with the goal of achieving financial freedom through it. The kicker is, right now, to grow the company further, we actually need to take out a loan. If I keep my shares, I would have to take on that loan with her. I'd be willing to sell my shares just to get out of this difficult situation, but the problem is they are not willing to pay me anywhere near what I believe my shares are worth. They're talking about half or even less than that. My dilemma is clear. If I don't sell, I risk the whole company going bankrupt. And if I do sell, I won't get fair price for all my years of work and investment. Do you have any tips on what I should do? Damn. All right, so the first valuable lesson we can take from this situation, don't go into business with your girlfriend or your wife. I have, in my 30 years in business, have seen a handful of situations where couples went into business together. And I can tell you, unequivocally, it never works out the way you think it's going to work out. Having a relationship is extremely difficult. Owning a business is extremely difficult. So when you take one extremely difficult thing and you multiply it by another extremely difficult thing, yeah, it does not work out well for anybody. So my recommendation right off the bat is never go into business with your girlfriend or your spouse. Over my years in business, I saw 3 couples have significant businesses together, and they always start off the same. Lots and lots of enthusiasm and optimism, and there's synergy between them, and things go quickly. They grow fast, and so there's a certain amount of success that starts to build. But then once a business starts to grow, it starts to scale up. Well, the problems scale up too, because now you've got to hire, you've got to have systems and processes, and things get complicated. You need funding for this or that, and problems just inevitably start to come at you. When you're dealing with this from a purely rational, analytical standpoint, like if you're just a business owner or you've got a partner or other business associates and you're trying to solve this problem as a group, well, that's one level of thought. But when you mix that level of thought with the emotions associated with the relationship, where there might be something going on in the relationship that's causing problems, then that carries over into the business, or vice versa. There's something in the business that's having problems, and now you're not getting any at home. You know what I mean? So my advice to any man who's had any thought along these lines about going into business with his honey, don't. And if you have to, if for some reason you have to, I strongly recommend that you have ironclad legal agreements between you so that everyone knows exactly who's in charge of what. And do not ever do a 50-50. You've got to do a 51-49. Because if you have a 50-50, you're inevitably going to have a checkmate. You're going to have a stalemate where nothing gets done. Because if you both have equal power in the business, then no one has the ability to make the final decision. And you've got to have a buyout/sell contract. You've got to know exactly what's going to happen if and or when that relationship fails and one of these partners has to leave. You've got to have a plan in place for that.
Some real shit. I like that.
So let's break down what we know and what he could have done differently. Number one, he mentions early in the email that he was her emotional tampon. You never want to be an emotional tampon. That is not going to work out well for you in the long run. Inevitably, what happens when you become her shoulder to cry on a consistent basis, I mean, if it's an occasional thing, I mean, obviously, you're going to be compassionate and you want to help her out. But if you become that guy that's solving all of her problems all of the time, well, you're no longer her lover. You're her, I don't know, her friend, her father. You're something else, but you're definitely not her lover anymore.
I don't 100% agree with that, which I'm actually surprised. I don't really 100% agree with that because bitches is bums, bro. They gonna need help. They're fucking stupid bums, bro. And they gotta go to a dude any goddamn way. So I don't think that they will look at you as less of a lover because you solve their problems. I could be wrong, nigga. I'm just a nigga on YouTube. But I feel like women are fucking losers, and that's why they gotta latch on to a winner to be considered a fucking winner and not a chicken dinner. That's what I think. So the fact that they're losers and they gotta get themselves attached to somebody that's winning, and he's helping her with her problems, I don't think she would look like, oh, I don't want to fuck him no more. I don't think she would look at him like that. But I still fucks with this dude.
And you do not want to be that guy in that relationship. Number two, obviously he mixed emotions with business. And that is something that you generally do not want to do. You do not want to have a relationship, a romantic relationship with somebody that you're in business with. Like I said earlier, one is extremely difficult and the other is extremely difficult, and they don't add, they multiply. It's a very complex situation, and you never get away from one or the other. So you can't get away from work because you're always with her, and you can't get away from her because you're always at work. I mean, the two just completely make it impossible for you to have peace in your life. You can't get away from the stress. It's always there all the time. So don't ever, ever mix a romantic relationship with a business. You'll regret it. It may take years for it to come to fruition by the time you regret it, but trust me, you will regret it. I have seen this up close and personal, and trust me, it sucks. And then the third thing that he made a mistake on is he didn't legally protect himself going into this relationship. Because it was a romantic relationship, because there was this implied trust, you know, he didn't do what a reasonable and prudent person would do under these circumstances. If you're going into business with your best friend, I mean your best friend, you're still going to have a legal contract. You know, there's that old saying, you know, good fences make good neighbors. Good contracts make good business partners. You do not want to get into a business relationship with somebody and not have a contract to back it up. Anyway, because his mind was clouded.
Yo, I like that. Good fences make good neighbors.
With, you know, thoughts of romance and sex and God knows what, and I just love her and I trust her and I'm her emotional tampon and all that bullshit, he allowed her to get the upper hand in this situation.
That nigga really called himself her emotional tampon. He really typed that in the email and sent it to old boy. You know, I was her emotional tampon. Nigga. It starts with you, bro. You gotta start talking about yourself in a better light. God damn, nigga said I was her emotional. You called yourself a tampon, bro. The fuck? Say like I was like a father to the bitch or something like that, or giving a, you know, I gave her advice like a father or something. Don't say you was an emotional tampon, bro. What the fuck? Who does that? Ah.
They do not have a...
That's why she sending this nigga through the ringer and told him, yo, man, why don't you sell your shares to my boyfriend? Because she looked at him as a pussy. If she knew that nigga would have, slapped her ass, she wouldn't even get. She said, nah, man, my ex-husband, he don't play that shit. That ain't gonna work. Nigga, you gonna have to, I gotta get him to sell it, and then you buy it to me from, for cheap or some shit like that, but I can't go to him like that. She ain't even think about that. She ain't even say, well, fuck it, let me buy the shares from him and then I'll sell them to you. She ain't even think about that. She like, yo, just sell them to him for like $1,000. And this nigga like, bitch, what? She ain't even, damn, bro. Yo, Becky been ping-ponging Brad for centuries, bro. She been running, yo. Oh, God. Becky been fucking with Brad since 1870, B. I don't know, he let that bitch vote, then we let all the bitches vote, and I hate to be that guy, Brad. I hate to be the, you know, why the fuck you do that, you know, but why the fuck you do that, bro? And now we got these soft-ass judges and these soft-ass people letting these broads run rampant. So soft, they don't even punish the bitches. This bitch literally gets caught lying, saying that this guy committed a felony act on her, and you don't even do nothing to the bitch. This world, man. We got to get the soft-ass dudes out of here. Like, let me show you who I'm talking about, right? Let me show you the guy that I didn't want to show earlier because he was triggering to me. Where he at? Where the fuck is it at? Not that retarded bitch. All right, right here. Where the nigga at? This nigga right here, right? His name is Public Offender, which is kind of crazy, right? But look, he's a skinny guy with a hat, with a shirt, with no undershirt underneath. And just listen to the shit that he's saying, bro. These are the types of niggas that we need to get out of society.
I'll be like, bro, get over that shit. Y'all talking about some stuff that happened to you when you was 13 years old, you 40 years old, you 37 years old.
See, he automatically, you got to listen to how he's talking. You got to listen to how he's talking, his mannerisms. This is straight feminism manifesting through a male body, okay? Yeah, I don't know if he's a mook or if he was just raised by a single mom, right, with a bunch of sisters. But look, and then look at how all the other brothers is looking. Look at how all the men are looking up here. Look at this dude here, Mr. Fantastic. Look at his face. He's like, what the fuck? Dark Lake, man. Look at this shit.
Now, and you crashing out about something happening to you, and I'll never open up to another girl again. I mean, woman again. Like, bro, stop lying. Ain't no woman ever weaponized your vulnerability against you. And lastly, the thing that makes
that nigga said, ain't no woman ever weaponized your masculinity against you. We can just start with that. Women do that shit all the time to everybody, bro. A key example of how women weaponize your masculinity against you, a bitch will get all up in your face, talk wild shit to you, and then when you get ready to hit her, or when you move, what does she say? What you gonna do, hit me? Huh? You gonna hit me because you the big bad man? Go ahead, hit me. Go ahead. That's weaponizing your masculinity against you, bro. Because she knows that you're stronger than her, but she wants to be able to say anything under the fucking sun, do anything under the sun to you, and then when you get ready to give her what the fuck she should fucking get, she says, oh, you're gonna hit me? You're gonna hit me? It's kind of like when you see the cops arresting somebody and they say, go ahead, break my arm, go ahead, break my wrist, go ahead. Break it. Fucking break it. Yeah, because they know what they're doing, that they're doing something to piss you off. Let me ask you a question. Why the hell is it okay to do shit to piss people off, bro? Why is that okay? But then, so you purposely piss me off, you purposely trigger me, and then when I react and punch you in the mouth, now I'm in the wrong. The problem with the law is that there's no morality included in the law. If there were morals injected into the actual laws, things would be a lot different. They'll be a lot different, but they're not, right? So this nigga says, oh, women don't fucking weaponize your masculinity against you. Shut up, bro. You don't even know what the fuck that means.
men think is weaponizing their vulnerability against them is when a woman accurately brings up something from your past to show you why you are acting the way you're acting in your present. So you are trying to be controlling of a woman, right? And she goes, the reason why you're acting like that is because your daddy abandoned you.
Oh!
He thinks weaponizing a man's masculinity, vulnerability against him is saying when you're being controlling of a woman, it's because your daddy abandoned you. So it sounds like he's trying to conflate abandonment issues with an unruly woman. Because the men don't control women. Men know better. Men know the best way for women to move for the both of them. As a man, I know you shouldn't wear that to the fucking beach. I know you shouldn't wear that to the boardwalk. I know you shouldn't wear that to this club that we're going to in this rowdy ass neighborhood. That's not control, bro. Why would you think it's control? What it is he's finding every and anything to do to defend women and drag men when he's a man. These are the types of niggas we need to drag out in the street and whoop them out, bro. If this was a third world country, these are the types of niggas you need to get rid of. That's the type of nigga you need to get rid of. If we're men, because nobody can say that men aren't under attack, masculinity isn't under attack. If you got two eyes and you could comprehend shit, you could look and see how masculinity and men are under attack. Just by looking at one aspect, the fucking court system, the judicial system, you can see how men are under attack. We've seen time and time again, bitches will just make false bro, false allegations are like the number one control tool of a woman. So for him to say or act like the women aren't doing shit to men is fucking crazy. So when you see a dude who that's their thought process, they need to be excommunicated out of your organization, out of your closest presence or whatever, bro. Don't even talk to him, bro. You can't even join in the conversation because you have you're hardwired to think all men are bad or men bad, woman good, woman weak. We don't need that shit in this community, nigga. You go over there with them bitches. Go over there with them. You don't belong here. And there's a lot of niggas that do that shit. And they don't belong in this community.
You have abandonment issues because your daddy left you. She trying to help you clock your.
Yo, you see this dude right here? You see this dude right here? He starts shaking his head like, yo, this nigga's bugging. Watch this.
You have abandonment issues because your daddy left you. She trying to help you clock your shit, like put your shit together so you could be a full.
This nigga said clock. He's gay. This nigga here, you heard that? Once you hear this shit.
Because your daddy left you. You have abandonment issues because your daddy left you. She trying to help you clock your shit, like put your shit together so you could be a fully fun.
Yeah, I can't listen to no more of that shit, bro. I can't listen to no more of that shit. Now, I want to show you this young man right here.
Yeah, it's a lot. It is. But
and you feel like in your heart she's worth it to you. Okay, so you feel like you need to ask her.
Yes.
Does she feel like she is your girlfriend?
Yes. She asked.
It's the same girl you taking the prom.
Yes.
The same girl you've already gone on 2 dates with.
Yes.
The same girl we already went in her parents' house and asked if you can take her to prom.
Correct.
The same girl you've invited to all your football games.
And went to her graduation.
And to her graduation. So you guys are not dating.
No. I haven't asked her.
Okay, so you feel like you need to ask her.
Yes.
Does she feel like she is your girlfriend?
Yes. She asked me. She was like, when are you gonna ask me to be your girlfriend? A couple can be together, but you still have to ask the girl to be your Valentine.
So you think it's similar to that?
Yeah. Like,
okay, so
we've been talking since I think like the middle of February.
And how expensive is this excursion today?
200 buckaroos. Yeah, it's a lot. It is. But
and you feel like in your heart she's worth it to you?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like she is very much worth it. Every dime. So I feel like the guy is gonna help me. I'm be very genuine. Yo, bro, help a brother out.
Help a brother out.
And if he's black, he's definitely gonna do it.
Why do you think he's gonna do it?
Because black people always help black people.
You think so?
Yeah.
I love if you really see the world like that. I love that for you.
Well, not really, but you know, yeah.
What if she says no, thank you?
Oh, yo, mom.
If she says no, thank you.
I'ma still be nice. You feel me? I'm gonna pay for the food, blah blah. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Yo, mom, come get me.
You won't believe this.
You won't believe this. We got a story to tell for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, then I'll go home. I'll be like, hey, I appreciate you for your time. This is
so everything you've been doing before now. You've just been
me.
And after today, if she says yes, you'll be her boyfriend.
Yeah, officially. I just really like wanted to take time to get to know her and like know her interests, like know what she likes, and like I do know her enough, and I want to ask her.
With your 6 stanzas.
Oh yes, 6.
Show, I'm not gonna read it. Just show.
Yes, I'm gonna fold it up, put it in my pocket.
Your wife is gonna have like a book to read. Then I guess.
Yeah, she's gonna have a lot of poems. I might write a poem for my wedding.
Let's graduate high school first.
Oh yes, correct.
Correct. Okay.
Wish me luck.
I love you. Good luck.
I haven't asked her.
Okay, so you feel like you need.
So we got this young man here who, like a lot of young men, were overwhelmed with happiness. You know, when we start fucking bitches and you know, getting some of that ass, and you know, them wanting to hang around you, and it's cool, right? You have no idea the type of bitch that you're introducing into your space, right? Because these bitches today are advanced, right? Right? They're advanced. He is a prime target. Wait, what am I looking for? Oh, yeah, over here. He is a prime target, right? Let me pull a picture up because he don't care how much anything costs. He won't go take her on an excursion. Ain't nothing wrong with that, right? And the reason why I say nothing's wrong with that is because he's going to get to enjoy the excursion too, right? So, all right, cool. He's going to get to enjoy the excursion. But when he says things like, oh, and if he's black, he's definitely going to help because black people help black people. And, you know, girls, and he's just, bro. Oh. And it's kind of like, you don't want to wish shit on a brother, but it's like, bro, I'll be glad when you come to the realization about these bitches. Because you ain't going to listen to me. You're not going to listen to me. You're not going to listen to us. You're not going to listen to the tribe. You're not. Every man has to go and see the shit for themselves. Every man got to go and see that the motherfucking stove is hot. Everybody got to see that. So he going to go take his ass, turn on them lighters, and see that the fucking stove is hot. He's talking about getting married. Any one of these niggas talking about getting married today, they must not be on social media. You must not have friends who are married. You must not. I don't know where. I don't know what you do. Because it's all over. Everywhere. Even niggas you know that's married. You look and you're just like, damn, is this supposed to be like that? The amount of people when I used to go to this lounge. I gotta go pop up there. I ain't been there in a long time too. What am I doing tomorrow? What is tomorrow? Tuesday? Should go pop up over there, man. Yeah, tomorrow's Tuesday. I should go pop up. Used to go to this cigar lounge called Sticks out there in Jersey. And you know, you would see a lot of guys, all of the guys in the cigar lounge are or were married, right? You got a couple who were married for like 30 years and maybe their wife passed away, you know, unfortunately, and so now they're doing things a little different, right? But they had a pretty good marriage. Those are the women, what a lot of people gotta understand, those were the women of those days, man. The women are different today. Just like the women who, you know, you were with for 30 years, she ain't like the caveman bitches. She ain't like the bitches from the caveman days. She ain't like the bitches from the 1800s, you know? So, you got to understand that there's different eras of these broads. And you can't go with the mentality of the broad from the 1950s, 60s, and try to place that same broad in those same responsibilities or what's the other word? Morals on a bitch from 2025. These are new bitches. And these bitches, they're only ran by one thing. You know, one thing, which is fucking money. Because that's all fucking social media tells them. You need a man with money. They ain't got no fucking skills. They done fired 106,000 of these motherfuckers who got degrees in fucking social work and human resources. And so what the fuck are they gonna do? You know, I think they should just be, I think they should perish.
May your pussy perish with you. May your smooth pussy, linear pussy, and tight pussy
Now, why do I say that? I say that because there's no fixing them. There's no fixing them. You know when you can't fix something? And you're like, damn. Maybe you went and tried to find another piece on Amazon. Or you tried to find some fucking glue. Or you just can't fix it. It's broke, dog. It's done. You got to get a new one. That's what it's like with them. You can't fix these women. They have to actually age out. It's a nice way of saying die alone. They got to age out of the game. That's it. Even if you make them suffer, right? Even if, there's no, the Section 8, I think. What is it? What the rules of Section 8? Forgot the rules. But there's some new rules about Section 8. There's some new rules about SNAP benefits and what's the other shit? Medicare and shit like that, right? I think out of 3 years, you can only be on it for, I think it was 9 months, it's 3 months a year. You can only use it for 3 years. So you may come across a female who's going through some hard shit because she's got kids, she's a baby mama times 2 or 3, she doesn't have any skills, and she's about to get kicked out of her Section 8. Even if you swooped in and fucking saved the bitch, you swooped in and you were super nice and you took care of kids, you still didn't fix the problem because the problem is up here. The problem isn't the situation she's in. The problem is up here. So you're just, I don't know, man. You're just wasting your time. There's going to be a lot of hard times, bro. And this is what, June 30th? Surprised I haven't seen anything yet. Where the parties at? Where the bitches partying at? It's been hot last week, man. Where's the bitches at, bro? Where they at? They out there having fun? Come on, we gonna go take a walk real quick. Let me see what the bitches is doing. Cause it's summertime. They got the money and shit, right? They got the money. They got the houses. They got all this good shit. So we gonna see what they doing. Let me see. Where they at? Where they at? Who the hell is this? I don't know who the hell that is. Why some men feel starved for affection. Man, fuck these, but we don't care. We don't care. Let's see. Where the bitches partying at? Let's see what we got here. This was 6 weeks ago. This was 2 weeks ago. Official Bayo concert, after party, Brooklyn. All right, so we got 2 weeks ago. This was, okay, the Old Boys Highfield. Where was this? August 2nd. So they got one coming up. Kid and Play, Full Force, 35th anniversary. Jada Kiss, Lil C's. All right, man. Block Party, Juneteenth celebration. Okay. 5 weeks ago. Did they go? Moe's Bar and Lounge. Block Party. Let's see here. Let's see what we can find.
Oh, yes, indeed. Brooklyn, USA, you have with you today the Queen of House, Miss Barbara Tucker, who's launching her book. She has a book that came out, people. She's got amazing things going on. You know she's homegrown.
Balancing your way through the industry. You can't just have all this creativeness and you know nothing about the business.
Here we go. You see this Keisha up here talking this dumb shit?
So you already set yourself to be robbed and raped.
Why?
Okay? We're not doing that.
Tucker, let's go!
Take a look around at all the people. See everybody deep down there over
Out here with a man purse. All right. Yeah, so shit is not lit. Shit's looking mighty cheap and inexpensive. So it's gonna get worse. It's gonna crumble. Right? We got this brother right here spitting some knowledge from behind the wall, as they say. And I'm showing this because listen to his message.
Bitches want the shooters, bitches want the killers, bitches want the flockers, bitches want the top dogs. Soon as a nigga hit the main line, guess what the bitch gonna say? I didn't tell you to be out there shooting people. I ain't tell you to be out there robbing houses. I gotta live my life. Yeah. Ain't that about a bitch? Bitches want the shooters, bitches want the killers, bitches want the flockers, bitches want the top dogs. Soon as a nigga hit the main line, guess what the bitch gonna say? I didn't tell you to be out there shooting people. I ain't tell you to be out there robbing houses. I gotta live my life. Yeah. Ain't that about a bitch?
That is about a bitch, dog. They only use Pookie for entertainment, kid. You got this older brother right here, man. I like this dude.
Promise you your twat ain't that good. I promise you that I got a valid driver license. I got.
This nigga crazy.
I do not want conflict coochie. At this, but y'all got egos. And I'm gonna check the ego every time because you want me, somebody who with motion, somebody who got something going for themselves, somebody who got people.
Tell me that ain't no motherfucking game right there. He said, I know a lot of you bitches ain't got no feelings, but you got egos. What? Yeah, he's right. When I look at it, yo, that nigga right. They ain't got no feelings. They got fucking egos. Damn, son.
People that depend on them. You want me to come deal with you so you can make your baby daddy mad, right? Nah, we ain't gonna do that. I promise you your twat ain't that good. I promise you that I got a valid driver license, I got 4 vehicles, I got some money in my pocket, and I can ride outside of the radar, outside your whole negative atmosphere and get me some twat in peace. And on the flip side of that, my girl ain't gonna use my known enemy against me. Because the minute she entertain that, I become a master of detachment. No contact. No, you go over there where he at. Y'all entertain that together. Y'all go out to eat. Go to the movies. Make some happy posts. Y'all put it on social media. Because the sooner I see y'all together and the sooner y'all see that don't fuck with me and I still progress, the sooner y'all can deal with y'all reality. Like in my neighborhood, there are no 2-story homes, right? So I'm gonna be the only. I'm building a 2-story home. I'm gonna be the only guy with a 2-story home, right? And it's symbolic. It's symbolic because I'm on another level. And to all you young dudes out there who trying to move forward and progress, man, be on another level. Avoid conflict coochie. You know what I'm saying? Even if you with a girl and she want conflict, you got to get ghosted. You got to run. Conflict coochie is bad. Listen, I do not want conflict coochie.
Shout out to old boy. That's dope. Real dope.
Hey, them side dudes that give good relationship advice, them niggas be the devil, man. Because don't nobody give better relationship advice than a side dude that don't want the girl as his main old lady. He gonna do everything in his power to keep that relationship strong and together. And a lot of you dudes don't realize that. A lot of you dudes don't realize that the thing that's holding your relationship together is that dude talking good about you. The dude that she dealing with on the side. Because he don't want her.
You don't want that bitch.
You know what I mean? So he the glue to your relationship. Y'all just don't know it. And the crazy thing is...
Yeah, but it's only for his benefit because he don't want that bitch. She a shiesty bitch. She shiesty as hell. You over there taking care of her, paying all the bills. And she cheating on you with me. Why would a nigga want that? She's a foul, dirty, dusty motherfucker, man. No morals. So now you don't want that. She just great because she gonna do some great nasty shit that she not doing to you. So she ain't did it in a while, so it's gonna be great when she do it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she ain't gave head in a while, so she can't wait to do it with me. So that's the only thing. Other than that, don't nobody want her. She's foul. Dudes that take on them foul bitches, they end up learning the hard way. You know what I'm saying? But yo, fellas, we about to pull out. We about to pull out. No pause. Thank you for stopping by. My man PJ, Positive Journey. Oh, wait. What do you think about this, man?
Oh, we live now? Yeah. This is for all you little YNs out there, man, that don't got a pot to piss in, man. Ooh. The finer things in life. Ooh.
Talk your shit, OG. Talk your shit.
Yeah. Oh, we live now? Yeah. This is for all.
Now, I do notice, I don't know if this is his place in the back, but if it is, I see a work truck. I see a little play thing for the little kiddies to swing on. You know, decent area and nice ass Corvette. That shit look like a goddamn Lamborghini.
All you little YNs out there, man, that don't got a pot to piss in, man. Ooh.
Yeah, that's a nice piece of machinery right there, man. That's it. Yeah, that's about it, y'all. All right, man, we up off of this one here, man. Stop valuing these bitches too much.